Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, doing an Innistrad block draft. We've opened a very good pack. We have Wolfbitten Captive, which is definitely playable, Gravecrawler, which I'm going to check the price on very rapidly here. Well, my computer is just ridiculously slow at checking prices on this, but he turned out to be a couple tickets, so who knows? Maybe we'll go zombies. Um, yeah, I wish my computer wasn't so slow. Blue black zombies? Why not? Let's try it. I don't know if I can actually take that over Fires of Undeath here, but yeah, I probably would have picked something else out of that last pack. Unfortunately, couple tickets is probably the bare minimum that I should be taking for stuff. But honestly, I wanted to build zombies online anyway, so what better way than to pick a Gravecrawler? Get going towards that. So here, if I want to continue zombies, possibly our blue-black zombies, Thought Scour, if I'm still confident I can get a, what am I saying? If I can get a Diregraph Captain, but then I would probably just take the Grip Tide. I'll do blue-black zombies, why not? So I'll take the removal spell here. I'm going to commit myself super early to something. Well, that's kind of sad because Stormbound Geist is just significantly better than Gravecrawler. Yeah, I'm not going to pick Screeching Scab over Stormbound Geist. Yes, this is a zombie. Yes, this is a zombie. Way too much worse than Stormbound Geist to consider them over it. So, we're going to snap up a Stormbound Geist. Huh, okay. Well, this guy's a zombie, but he's a green one. So that's kind of weird. So if I wanted to cut Blackmore, maybe take the Undying Evil, which is a fine trick, but I think we'll just pick up another Griptide. Otherwise, Harrowing Journey is probably fine too, but I like Griptide. I don't know, this card's good. It's no Grasp of Phantoms, but it's still pretty close. Okay, so now we're just given a bunch of white cards. Well, I've done blue-white spirits before, so why not do it again? I actually think I like Gather more than I like Hollow Hinge Spirit. Yes, this is an evasive creature that, can remove a creature from combat or whatever, but this thing's just sweet. Gather the Townsfolk's awesome. Just clutters up your, ground while you get up there with your flyers. And just a 4-mana 2/2 with that ability, even though it's a spirit. I don't know. I'm not like super impressed with it, I guess. But I do like Gather the Townsfolk a lot, and I think I like it more than Loyal Cathar, since it's not quite as white committal. Okay. So here choices are Soul Caesar, Burden of Guilt, Midnight Guard, Rax Removal, Divination's Draw. I don't think I'm going to pick Divination. So it's Soul Caesar or Burden of Guilt. This is a Spirit and a Mind Control, but what do I think? Burden is really good. It is just a removal spell for big dudes. Soul Caesar steals guys. I think I actually like the Soul Caesar more. It's not removal, but steals guys, and I've stolen guys with it before. It's really good. Here, I suppose we can take the clunky Wolf Hunter's Quiver. Haven't gotten a chance to really play it, but I think it's probably pretty good. And I'm really just passing up like a Divination for that, which is fine, but I think we'll want to be getting some removal here. Looks like Gravecrawler is not going to be happening, but that's okay. Well, maybe it could. Reap the Seagraph. That's not that outlandish. Alright, we'll take the Reap. Goes well with the Gravecrawler. Maybe we're back on the black track, I don't know. Ooh, well here's the crossroads. Do I think Gravecrawler and Reap the Seagraph are strong enough where I want to take a Black Cat here over a Nibelus of the Urn. I mean, I could also try and do Esper, but these aren't quite good enough to splash. I think I'll take a Black Cat. I want to play Gravecrawler. I think he's pretty good. He's not, like, out of control, but I like blue-black a lot. Alright, and then we get past Elgon Inquisitor, which is pretty sweet. Otherwise, I'm, splashing for a Gravetiller Worm as, like, a finisher. It's not horrible. I think we'll just take the Inquisitor, in case we end up doing Esper somehow. Well, we got a Gravetiller Worm anyway. I think we'll actually take the Chosen here, though, because black has other vampires, I guess. So we'll do that. It's pretty actually really surprised we got the Harrowing Journey. It's a legitimate card, considering it can kill your opponent or draw you 3 cards, so pretty good. Okay, we'll take Haunted Fingraph. Gonna take this and not play it. So, what kind of start are we off to? A decent one. I mean, this card is very strong, this card's strong. This card's actually not... I mean, Gravecrawler's not, like, ridiculous by any means, so... Ow, wow, okay. So we have Slayer of the Wicked, which is definitely, hands down, the strongest card in this pack. I might just want to get out of black. I know I've taken some black cards now, but Gravecrawler is not, like, out of control strong. I mean, I could take Victim and go more black, but I feel like I'm going to be wanting more white. I mean, I could also take the safe pick of Claustrophobia, but I don't feel comfortable passing the Slayer. I do have quite a few black cards at this point, but it's still super early. I think I want to get out of black, I think. Guess I'm not sure. I'm just going to hide it for now. Blue-white Spirits. I mean, I definitely need a lot more playables. Slayer is so strong. I'm going to take it. I like blue-white Spirits anyway. I think they're fine. Okay, so blue-white Spirits. Looks like Voiceless Spirit is fitting that bill perfectly. If I was in black, I would take the Screeching Bat. And Sell-Off Occultist is fine, but I like Voiceless Spirit. So we're looking for, like, Battleground Geist, Gallows Warden. Those are perfectly fine. Ooh, Battleground Geist, but can I take that over the Priest? At the moment, we only have Stormbound Geist, Voiceless Spirit, and if Inquisitor dies, I guess Soul Caesar too. Alright, well, we have enough where maybe I should be picking Battleground Geist. But we also have, what, 1, 2, 3 pieces of... Oh, I guess this is removal too. Alright, well, maybe we do take the Battleground Geist. Get the Lord. I mean, we're in the right colors for Spirit Lords. Priest is good, but I think we actually have enough removal where I want to take the Spirit Lord here, because we still have a chance to get some Mausoleum Guards, Doom Travelers, 6 stuff like that. Rebuke is also fine. I would pick Priest over Rebuke pretty much every time, but I'm going to take Battleground Geist. It looks like it's right for this deck. Okay, so the choices are now Assistant, Scab, or Grasp, or Bonds. Actually, I think it's going to be the Bonds over the Grasp. We already have double Grip Tide. I want to get some cheaper removal. Ramper would be fine too, because it looks like we've got some 4 and 5 drops already, but Bonds of Fate's awesome. Stops a lot of stuff. Wow, did anybody say Moorland Haunt? Yeah. Thankfully, not a lot of other options here for us. I guess Unruly Mob would be fine too, but definitely not taking that over a Moorland Haunt. Sweet that we got that. Especially considering we don't go into blue-white too terribly often. Looks like it's going to be Urgent Exorcism for the sideboard, which would also be very good against us, so a good tool to grab. Alright, here it's pretty clearly the Stalker, I would say, even though Stitcher's Apprentice gives us something that we could sack this and possibly Doom Travelers and Mausoleum Guards too. I just like Invisible Stalker. Still very good chance that we could get Silver Inlaid Dagger or Butcher's Cleaver and Get Abusive. Awesome late Doom Traveler, which is, we're going to snap up there. Definitely the pick. Parallel Lives. How many token creators do I have? This when it dies. It's not a ton, but it looks like Parallel Lives might be the best chance, something that we could see ourselves splashing. If we got some Midnight Hauntings and more Doom Travelers and Mausoleum Guards and stuff. We'll take a Wooden Stake for the sideboard. It's good against the colors that we're not in. I think I'm going to take the Naturalize just because we still have a chance to get some Claustrophobias, and we have the Bonds of Faith, so Naturalize is actually just a good tool against us. Maybe not necessarily too much now, but just our colors in general. I'm really happy I got this. This card's good. Like your Doom Traveler dies, get a Spirit, Moorland Haunt, exile it, get another Spirit. It's like a constructed deck. It's like we're playing blue-white humans, except it's blue-white spirits. None of these are very exciting. How many non-flyers do I even have? I mean, it's not very likely I'll play Frightful Delusion, but there's a sideboard chance. If anybody's running, I don't know, 7 and 8 drops and stuff, can be an okay tool to use against them. Not a great one, I'll admit. I'll take Ghost Quarter. Good against us, and if anybody's got Kessig Wolfrun or something, it's a good tool to have at our disposal. Alright, so we're already on to pack 3, a little bit scary. Don't quite have our deck ready yet. In fact, we need quite a few playables out of this pack. Well, that's amazing. So, super playable for us, super playable for us, and super playable for us. Let me hide this now, actually. Oh, this is... I need more playables than I realized. That's tough. I think we gotta go with the Mausoleum Guard over the Dearly Departed. I mean, this is a Spirit and a fine finisher. And I guess it does... No, I guess... Wait. Wow. So if that's in my graveyard, Gather gives me bigger guys too. That's tough. This guy's totally legitimate finisher. But I feel like I like the Mausoleum Guard more, honestly. Just... I don't know. Midnight Haunting is very good too. Wish these were in 3 different packs, that we would be past. Because this is actually kind of tough. We're gonna go with the Guard over the Midnight Haunting. I just like... This is big package wrapped into one. Alright, well, we got a good Spirit here in the Lantern Spirit. And not a ton of other options for us anyway, so... Lantern Spirit is fine. Getting some more flyers. Alright, well, we have some spirits to choose from. The Moon Heron and Spectral Rider. Looks like we're not necessarily... no, it looks like we're a little more blue than white, so double white on that might be a little bit awkward. Makeshift Mauler is fine too. So Moon Heron, Spectral Rider, Makeshift Mauler. Huh. I don't actually like Spectral Rider very much. Now that I think about it a little bit more. Double white sucks, and white Intimidate sucks. So even though he is a spirit, I just don't like white Intimidate too much. I mean, he's fine for our deck, but I think I'm just gonna go with the Moon Heron, who's just a good flyer in general. Alright. Got 11 creatures, so now it's Moment or Torch, and I think Moment is actually going to be better. Even though Blazing Torch is a nice tool that we would have at our disposal. No, maybe I do want the Torch. It's so much cheaper. I mean, it's not that Moment isn't cheap, I guess, but Moment is such an awesome trick, though. God, I've been blown out by Moment so many times. I don't think I want this Sentry. I mean, it'd be fine for our deck, but we certainly have enough 4-drops. I think I'm going to go with the Moment. I think it's right. When we're flying in and we're racing, Moment just makes it so they have no chance of racing us. Good pick here in the Stitch Drake. It's definitely our pick, getting another flyer. Rally the Peasants is fine too, but you can't take that over Stitch Drake, I don't think. I don't think that's usually justified. Dissipate or Scarecrow. Well, Scarecrow's good against us, and I can see it being good for our sideboard, so I don't think I would main deck the Dissipate anyway, but actually, since we don't have enough playables, I probably would main deck the Dissipate, now that I think about it. But Scarecrow is really good against us, and we can actually main deck Scarecrow too. I don't have any problem with that. Like, makes our guys, most of our guys are flyers, so it makes them get in easier. Yeah, actually, I don't have any problem main decking a Scarecrow in this deck. Unfortunately, 0 playables for us here. I suppose we already have some black cards, but I'm like unexcited about all these black picks anyway. I guess we'll take a Cobbled Wings. So no tools for our Stalker, unfortunately. Ooh, I spoke too soon. Demon Mail? Do I want that more than a Selfless Cathar? Cathar feeds our Stitch Drake. Doesn't have a whole lot of other synergies for us. Demon Mail doesn't either, though. I mean, I guess no, Demon Mail works well with Gather, Traveler, Guard, and Inquisitor, so that's actually enough tools. The fact that it just kills with Stalker, I'm going to pick the Hauberk here over the Selfless Cathar. Alright, sweet. Got some more playables. Just for curving purposes, I think I'm going to take the Unruly Mob, which works well actually with Moorland Hunt. Oh yeah, it's another thing Hauberk works well with Moorland Hunt. We're going to take the Mob over the Sentry. We have enough 4-drops. This is just curve purposes, really. I feel like we can probably get away with 16 lands in this deck. I said probably, but we'll see. I'll take Parasaline here. Sideboard. Spare from Evil, also sideboard. Splash for Moldgraph? No, I don't think I can do that, but I think it's actually the pick anyway because I wouldn't play either of those other 2 cards, and I don't want to have to go up against that. I suppose we'll take Hysterical Blindness. It looks like we're going to have to be splashing a 3rd color here. Unfortunately, I'm just not quite sure I got enough lands or enough cards to support playing 2-color here, but I guess I'm not exactly sure. Alright, I'll build a deck and get back to you in a second. Okay, so I made a deck and felt like we are stretching a little bit. I mean, I am playing Hysterical Blindness and a Frightful Delusion. Sad, I know. Otherwise, my options were splashing for Parallel Lives, but I actually only have 5 token producers. I just didn't think that was quite good enough. It's this guy, the Gather, the Moorland Haunt, and then the Inquisitor and Mausoleum Guard are all of my token producers, which is, I mean, it's not horrible. So, I mean, maybe, but then I have to go 3-color, and the way I've done it now, I don't have to go 3-color. Since I have no fixing, I thought that was a little bit too sketchy. We did end up going 17 lands, but that's only because I'm running both Moorland Haunt and a Haunted Fingraph. This card gets a super bad rep, but it's fine. Whatever, it's playable. I mean, now that I say that, I'm probably going to get color screwed because of it, but whatever. So I feel like most of the time I'm going to be sideboarding out Frightful Delusion for one of these cards. But, I mean, since Frightful Delusion can actually, you know, at least does something whenever you play it. I mean, I guess it doesn't always do something when you play it. Sometimes they just pay it and they have no cards left in their hand, but then you probably wouldn't play it. But no one ever expects Frightful Delusion, and it can, like, hurt your opponent real bad sometimes. It's pretty bad, I'll admit. There's no, like, justifying Frightful Delusion ever being good. I play it in sealed, and I've had success with it, but that's like it. So maybe I should be main decking this Spare from Evil over it. This is definitely not commonly done, and a lot of times this is going to be worthless, but I feel like I probably will get more use out of the Spare from Evil than I will out of the Frightful Delusion. So we're a little bit heavy blue. I think it told me to go 9-6 because we actually have a lot of double blue, but all of our white is single white. So I think I can get on board that plan. So yeah, once again we're doing the Moorland Haunt and the Haunted Fingraph. I guess these two don't work particularly well together, do they? So maybe I just want to dump the Fingraph for another white. I can't see myself a lot of time wanting to bring stuff out of my graveyard, I guess, randomly. So yeah, this is the deck. How good does it look? Not great. Definitely not as good as my last draft deck. But we've got a Spirit Lord. We've got plenty of spirits. Guess this could be good at some point. I guess this could be good too. Just never really impressed with Hysterical Blindness either, but I can't really justify main decking any of those. I mean, I suppose I could main deck a Wooden Stake, but that feels really bad too. I mean, the nice thing is we have decent sideboard options. We've got the Stake, the Parasaline, the Urgent Exorcism, and possibly the Delusion if, once again, the opponent has some sick 7 or 8 drops or something. I mean, I suppose you could argue that I should be splashing Parallel Lives, but it's just, I feel like it's just a little bit too sketchy in this. Doesn't quite feel like this is the right deck for it. Moorland Haunt is really good with it, though. I don't want to disrupt my mana base that much. Yeah, I don't think so. Maybe because I'm going 17 lands. God, do I play Parallel Lives? Just don't really like it. Let's just keep the deck how it is here. This feels a little bit safer. So really, we're running Moorland Haunt as like an actual spell, like more than a land. So really, we are running like 16 lands. You know, we're a little bit clunky in 4 and 5 anyway, so hopefully we won't get flooded. I guess Divinations would have looked better now, but we also are main decking One-Eyed Scarecrow, which is never fantastic. Yeah, this deck's a little bit lackluster, I'll admit. But who knows? Maybe you get lucky. Sometimes you get there. So we'll see. We'll see if I am lucky today, or if this deck is just a little bit too subpar to get there. But I'm just going to blame first picking that Gravecrawler. Why must my computer be so slow? Alright, well, I've used all my time talking to you, so we'll take this and we'll run it. See how we do.